We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to very cold Winter Park, Colorado, 10,000 feet up. This is Beer with Claude. We're drinking the champagne of canned beers. 2 for $4 at the Safeway. Hey, I've always liked this beer. I know it's cheap stuff, but I've always enjoyed it. Absolutely. I'm not a beer snob. Are you? This Beer with Claude. I love talking about real estate, sales, $1 million skill. I love talking about marketing. I'm definitely going to talk about marketing tonight. Going to talk a little bit about the rule of 5. Going to talk about my dinner tonight. Baby back ribs. Baby back ribs for dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. Okay, little bit different. If anything, I am a healthy eater. Okay, here is my edamame and carrots. Here is my bowl of chips, little hummus, some of these blue corn chips and pistachios and nuts and stuff. I always have a little munchie around 5 o'clock here Mountain Time. Beer with Claude, I either do it Friday or Saturday. I do a lot of marketing. This week, I did about 15 videos. I'm going to talk a little bit about marketing tonight. You guys are spending too much money, way too much money on garbage leads. Okay, leads, what I call, they're not cold, they're freezing. Okay, I think the secrets of success is to generate really good quality leads. I'm a big fan of Gary Vaynerchuk. You guys who are into marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing, you know who I'm talking about. In the old days, let me give you a little history. In the Stone Age, when I first I started a real estate business, before Diamond Consulting Group, it was CC&R Property Investments, still exists. Thank you. And we're incorporated in Delaware. And the way I did marketing, bought ads in the paper, LA Times, San Francisco Journal, and link says nothing's there. Oh, well, I can't. The link is working. Somebody just popped in and said they're having trouble with the link. Can't help them. Sorry. Here's my buddy Vernon coming on here. How you doing, Mr. Vernon? Can't hear you, sir. No sound. Is that me or you? I hope I'm good.
You now? No?
Now you're good.
Okay.
Oh, you got a humming background there. Got to fix it. Okay, it's gone.
All right.
It's gone. I was just talking a little bit about marketing. You want to join me in a beer? Can I buy you a beer?
I got coffee. Still on the job.
So that never stopped me. That never stopped me. Are you kidding? Let me open this up. Drink to your health. Oh, yeah. I love the foam. Look at that. Oh, beautiful head of foam. Smell it. You can smell the corn. Miller High Life uses a lot of corn. You can definitely smell it. I was talking about marketing. I don't know if that's topic interest. In the old days, 20 plus years ago, before the internet and everything, I literally was spending $10,000 plus a month on ads and papers, things like that. Then I was spending even more money on mailers. We did a newsletter. I wanted to attract leads. I've always liked quality leads. And I was spending all that money. And today I use social media. I'm doing live StreamYard right now. Maybe someone will see me. Maybe they'll see that little banner on the bottom of the screen there. Go to ClaudeDiamond.com, get a free book, free mind map, free consultation. I love attracting warm calls. They're so much damn easier, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. To me, buying a list of obscure people in probate, people in foreclosure, things like that. Buying an obscure list of people who don't know who you are and then calling them up. Man, that's like work. I'm a very lazy investor. I want to talk to people who know who I am, who want to speak to me, who want to do business with me. So my marketing's always been offer incentives, attract people. In the old days, newspapers, magazines. I used to be an entrepreneur. Remember Entrepreneur Magazine? Does it still exist?
I think a little bit. Maybe more of the lines of franchisee or something like that.
Used to love that magazine. And there was Success Magazine. Remember that?
Right.
I think that's still around.
Yeah.
New York Times, USA Today. What else was it? Hey, Jason, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Claude, how are you?
Good. Talking about marketing in the old days. Washington Post I was in all these newspapers and magazines trying to attract investors, buyers, sellers, anybody I could attract. Absolutely. The Affordable Property Company. How you doing, brother? How you been?
How's it going, Claude?
Good.
What's going on, guys?
And so in those days, I was literally spending $10,000 a month. This is 25 years ago. Okay. A lot of money, even then. It's a lot of money today. Can you imagine what 10,000 was 20 something years ago? Then on top of it, postage and mailing. A lot of money there too. But I attracted good leads, was making good money. Warm calls were calling me. And then as we slowly evolved into the internet, remember Prodigy, America Online, there was a couple others, wasn't there? Help me out. They gave away all those discs. Remember those discs? Every time you went to the post, every place you went. CompuServe. I loved CompuServe. I liked CompuServe for a while. And today, I don't spend any money on marketing. In fact, I get paid to do my marketing. Okay. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk about. I get a lovely little check for a couple $100 every month from Google. I love that Google's paying me. I love that.
That means your stuff's getting clicked on. People are looking at your stuff, looking at your posts, your social media marketing.
Yeah. So, and like yesterday, I made up 15 videos. I do it in one sitting, one shot.
In one day? Wow.
Yeah. Some of it is pre-recorded, and that's kind of the thing I want to talk about tonight, how I can help you guys get content that's going to attract your leads, your buyers, your sellers, your investors.
Claude, can I ask you,
Sure.
What?
Where's your beer first? Hold up your drink here. I don't like drinking alone. Here we go.
Yeah, I got to get the big boy.
Oh, you got the Fosters. I love Fosters.
I used to love the blue one until my friend Landis, shout out to him, he put me onto the green one, said I had to try this one.
The green one's the lager?
Yeah, I think so. It's where it is. I think the blue one is the lager. This one says premium ale.
Okay.
Is it ale? Is that what makes it the ale?
Okay, the ale.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody's got to explain the difference between lager and ale to me. It's not one of those things I know much enough about.
I think the blue one is the lager one. The lager.
Oh, okay. You guys want some blue corn chips with hummus?
I thought we were having pizza.
No, tonight, baby back ribs. Oh, these little beautiful. I got them in Safeway. Just a whole thing with the barbecue sauce on them. And they're in the oven right now with a whole bunch of those nice big French fries. And
What?
tonight is decadent cholesterol night, okay?
Can you tell us more about the ribs and the sauce that they're in?
Can you imagine those little ribs and you bite them and the meat just comes off the bone with that tangy sauce and you get a little messy on your fingers and everything, but you don't mind because you go back in there again and you make sure you're not wearing your favorite white Under Armour shirt.
Make sure you don't have your face mask on like this. I get it a little
here.
A little something on there.
Here's my face mask. Here. This is the only good use for the Crown Royal bag. Absolutely. So I was just a little bit to sales before I go back to marketing and your question. What was in your mind just now when I talked about those messy ribs with the barbecue sauce and everything like that, biting into it and comes off? What was in your mind just then?
I said I'm gonna cancel on the pizza, and I want some ribs now.
We had pizza last night. I only eat one meal a day, but it's a doozy. I eat one meal a day. Always have a big salad. Always, eat pretty healthy, but I like real food. Absolutely. So, what was your question there?
Well, my question, I was going to ask, what do you use a program or application to, let's say, chop up your 15 recordings that you did and then get them ready, you edit them and get them ready for social media?
Great question. I'm a KISS method guy. Do you guys ever waste a lot of time on an application where it just you ever stare at that screen and screw around with an application for hours and hours?
That's part of what stopped me from getting into creating content.
Yes.
Well,
I think we overwhelm ourselves between gurus, packages, programs, information, application. The hours just disappear. And as I always say, Jason, why are we in business, brother?
So make money today.
Make money.
Amen. Thank you. Amen from the audience. We're in business. And listen, I love technology. I've got my iPad, my iPhone, my iWatch. My daughter works for Apple. And I've always liked good equipment that doesn't bog me down. So start always with good equipment. Then focus on simplicity. I use QuickTime. I will do a recording on Zoom. When I do a recording on Zoom, Zoom converts the video, converts your recording to an audio and a video format that's really easy to send to people in email and stuff like that. In fact, in Mac, after I do a Zoom recording and I want to share it with people, all I got to do is click a little share button and it transfers right over to the mail and I can send it to people. But usually I put it in Dropbox because there's sometimes, when you do a 1 hour video, you don't want to email that. It takes too long. So I use
Can you say
Dropbox.
that one more time because it was breaking up?
How was it on your, Jason? How was it? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, Claude.
Yeah. What I was saying is I use Zoom for recording. Zoom does a great job on recording, and they convert it to nice formats, MV4. They do it into an audio and video format that any computer can open up. So that's clue number one. Put it in a format. Also, Zoom has great enhancements in their audio, in their video. Did you guys know that? They make you look younger and thinner. They actually have an enhancement button with a slide that makes you look better, gets rid of wrinkles and things like that. What I need right now is a haircut, but it won't do that. And it's pandemic.
I'm glad you mentioned your hair, Claude. I was watching old school David Letterman, and your haircut kind of looks like David Letterman's from the 70s.
There you go. Thank you. It's just, I like it real short, but now it's getting real pandemic long again. I can get a haircut literally every 3 weeks. Normally what I did was because I like to look good on camera, but every 3 weeks I usually get a haircut. But with this pandemic stuff, it's just someone's right in your face there and the numbers are going up right now. my wife and I are being more cautious right now than we were a couple months ago, frankly, because the numbers are not very good right now. This is what we're getting from Christmas, I believe, right?
Christmas and New Year's, I guess.
New Year's and everything. Okay, so don't let me lose track of this, okay? Perfect. You go to, you record on Zoom. And then what I do is I open up QuickTime. QuickTime is so brilliant. It's so simple. I love it. You don't have to read a manual or anything. And you can go right into QuickTime. And you can, here, let me see if I can demonstrate it here for a second with you guys. Let's,
where is Vernon and Jason from? Where are you guys located?
North of Calgary, Canada.
I'm in Pennsylvania, right outside of Coatesville, Pennsylvania. But I market in New Jersey.
You guys are in real estate as well?
Yes.
Can you guys see the screen, the black screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, good. You see, this is QuickTime. So say I want to. This is a speaking engagement I did for the LA Real Estate Club. So say I want to take out one segment that I thought was really good, would make a good movie. I hit the trim here. Go right down. I may have done that a little too fast here. QuickTime. You go down the trim, and they allow you to pick up a section. And look how easy this is. Can you see that on your screen?
Yeah.
So say I want a little 2-minute section there. Right there, I got it. All I got to do is click this button, this trim button here, and boom. It'll be right on my desktop.
As its own individual file?
Say again?
Yeah, you're going to save it as its own individual file now?
Yep, see it? Okay, here, we'll just call it test. I'll save it to my desktop. It's saving it. Okay, and let's get out of this if I can figure it out. Okay. And so now, if you can see my screen, I've got that little word that here's the test. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I'll open that up, and all I have to do is upload it to YouTube now.
That easy.
I can go to YouTube. Let me open up another browser here. Doing this real fast, but just to give you an idea of what I do. Okay, and then I just click that little red button up here. I go upload video. I click on the button, look for test. There it is. I can choose it for upload. And right now it uploads right to YouTube. Look at that. I can put a nice title in there. Here's my links to get something for free and all my settings, and I'm all done, and it uploads. And then I just go right here. Look at all those videos I did the other day. Okay, January 29th, 27th, 25th, 24th, 23rd, 22nd, 20, 18, 16, 15, the 4th, the 3rd, the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st, and I've got even more. These are all my different. What do you think happens when people see all these videos?
They just start scrolling up and down and checking them all out. I'm sure they're learning something in every video, so they just keep clicking.
Here's a video I did the other day. Look at this. How many people have viewed this video?
Almost 2,000?
Almost 2,000 people. 15 thumbs up. What's the message, guys?
Free marketing.
That's 2,000 people maybe who didn't know who I was. Or maybe they were. I have 7,000 subscribers. These are opt-in subscribers. Do I need 70,000 subscribers, or what's wrong with 7,000 subscribers? These are opt-in warm people. Then if another 2,000 people watch that video, and maybe 25, 50 of them go to my webpage, buy my product packages, schedule a consultation with me, bring me a deal. People bring me deals every day because of this kind of marketing. This shit works. Okay, does it take time? Yeah. Does it take creativity? Of course. And from here, I can share it. Let me share the screen with you guys. Is this interesting or boring as hell?
You know what I like about you, Claude? I like how you keep things simple like that. You know, personalities like mine, we tend to complicate things.
I'm the same way. That's why I've come to realize that I love simplicity. Okay, so if I go to this video, let's say I uploaded this video. You see this little share button here? Look at it all. I can go to Facebook and share it. Tumblr, Reddit, Blogger, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, some foreign ones that I never use. They're all here. I can copy the link. I can post that link in Vimeo. I can email it to my database link, to my database. I have thousands of people who have opted into my database and say, hey guys, watch my latest video. Now, these are people who may never have done business with me before. They get to click on the link, watch the video. Maybe now they'll come to my webpage. Maybe now they'll call me. Maybe now they'll want the incentive. Do you see how marketing has changed? That my premise is, why are we chasing people who don't want to be bothered, going on to listserv or all these lists and things and buying all these lists? You know what happens when you call up somebody who doesn't know you, doesn't expect you. How hard is that cold call?
Hard.
You got to do more work.
Exactly. Now, what kind of social media and all this doesn't cost me any money. That's the beautiful thing. I got to put it in, I got to kind of scale it a little. I do something like this, a StreamYard. This is a form of digital social media marketing. It costs me $25 a month. Big whoop. Okay, they also have a free version too. But I can broadcast right now on Periscope, on 4 different Facebook pages that I have, on YouTube Live. It's also recorded into YouTube, so I can promote it. And my videos in YouTube, once you get, I think, over 1,000 or 2,500 subscribers, YouTube allows you to monetize your videos. So if every month I put in 15 to 25 new videos on YouTube, I get this lovely little check for a couple $100 every month. Nice. There are people, do you know how much fun that is? To get, Google's paying me now. Have we all used pay-per-click where we pay Google? I'm getting free marketing and they're sending me a check because I've got enough people following my creative YouTube videos. And then I can spread them out and segment them into multiple platforms at the same time. That's fun. You see, and I love doing those videos. I'll make here my typical desk here. You guys do this too? Little notes and Post-its and shit like this. Do you do this? I get an idea. Someone asks me a question, okay, and I'll write it down. Do a video on that, and I'll write this all down. I love when I fry them or check them off with things to do list. Okay, and this is what brings in a plethora of warm leads. Now, people go to my webpage. This is important. You got to have a webpage. I use Book Like a Boss. And on that webpage is a calendar. And I offer a free 15-minute consultation. Every day, people, totally new people, come to me and schedule a 15-minute consultation. They bring me their deals. They want to buy, sell, invest, whatever. Do you think sometimes, and they're coming to me now. I love that. Because maybe I can be part of that deal. Maybe I can joint venture, partner with them. Maybe I can buy that deal with them. Maybe I can convert them to a consultation. You guys know you guys have heard me talk about switch. When you can't do a deal, can you switch over to consultation mode? Please say yes.
Always.
Always. So, perfect. Did that answer your question a little bit?
Yeah, it did. I see the keep it simple way. Sometimes you may want to get a little extra creative, maybe edit, put some music backdrop, or maybe do like the Kung Fu movies where the lips are moving, nothing's coming out, you know what I mean? And then
I have a note here. I'm looking for it today. If you want to get fancy, you want to add a lot of beautiful digital opening, go to Fiverr, Fiverr. Are you guys familiar with Fiverr?
Yep.
Yes.
You get anything for $5, almost anything.
Almost.
Okay. And if you want do you guys all watch YouTube? Do you follow some people on YouTube?
Yes.
I follow like Mark Wiens, Mark Chen, Dr. Jason Fung. I follow people who do food reviews or health reviews. And some of these people, when they do a video, are you amazed when they have 2, 3, 500,000 views in like the first 24 hours? I'm happy when I'm happy when I get 500 views, okay, 250 views. I love that. Okay, I don't need a lot of people to have a good life, to have a good living. I just need one person who comes to me. Hey, I saw your video, man. I like what you were talking about: lease purchasing, sales, finding deals, and stuff like that. And I've got a deal right now. My grandmother's home, and they schedule with me. And my schedule, by the way, I use Book Like a Boss, and it automatically schedules them and incorporates Zoom. It does it automatically. It incorporates Zoom into the meeting. So they get a confirmation, and then I get to see them face to face, like I'm seeing you guys now.
Yep.
Tell me how cool that is.
That's fantastic. It's amazing.
Yeah. And that's the way you want to do your marketing. Does it take time? Yes. Does it take creativity? Now I have a solution for the creativity. By the way, you can do audio. A lot of people do podcasts. My friend Joe McCall does a podcast. A lot of people follow him on there. I like to use YouTube as my podcast. Some people do postings on Facebook and Twitter. Nothing wrong with that. Some people, like we're doing right now, do live streaming. I do live streaming every week now. By the way, a little tip. In Zoom, if you have Zoom Pro, you can actually broadcast live on Facebook Live or YouTube Live at the same time. Did you guys know that? You can use Zoom as a live stream. I believe if you have the Pro model, which is
$20 a month.
It's something like that, yeah. If you get the annual, see, I use Zoom all day, every day for hours. I love Zoom.
Yep.
Why do I love Zoom? Because I don't have to get in my car anymore. Remember the days before pandemic? We'd get in our car, we'd drive to people's offices, we'd drive to the property, we'd drive to the coffee shop or buy people lunch. You don't have to buy people lunch when you're on Zoom. You just have to drink in front of them. Even if the pandemic, which I wish was over tomorrow, I'm on Zoom full time. I don't want to get in my car. You know why I lease my cars? I lease a new car. I lease a new Cadillac XT8 or something like that. I lease a new car every 2 years. You should only lease a car, if you own your own business and you drive under 15,000 miles a year. I'm not driving anymore. I used to do 25,000 a year in my car. My wife had her car. Now neither of us drive much anymore. I do all my business from the house. So you write down your ideas, make short little videos, record them in Zoom is my recommendation. Edit them in Quicktime. I mean, I know there's GarageBand and all these other things, but man, I don't want to spend the time learning it. I'll just be honest with you. I'd rather just do something where I can do that little trim. Do I do what's more important, all the fancy graphics and all that stuff, or good content? Here, you see my office, my background. Okay, what's more important? I think people want content more than fancy graphics and 30 to 60 second fancy openers. What do you guys think about all of these YouTubers that do too many graphics and things? What do you guys think about that?
Well, I was talking to my wife about that today, Claude, and I think that some people like myself, we want to overcomplicate things. You want to make ourselves look good to compensate for the fact that maybe we're not as experienced. Like I was talking to Cynthia about this, and she was like, well, Claude is like super experienced, and maybe that's why those of us that are less experienced want to overcompensate, I guess, for that fact.
Keep it simple. People want to hear stories. They love stories. And you can record it on photo booth if you have a Mac. What do you have for video recording in a Windows or Chromebook? What applications do they have?
There's the Adobe suite. I use Zoom, like you said, Claude.
Yeah.
I think that's a great.
Zoom is great once you learn the settings. There is a little, when you get into the basement of Zoom, there's so many settings and everything, but it's worth it if you use it every day like I do.
I'm trying to get to the point where I use it every day like you do.
I do. I use it for training. I use it for recording, marketing, social media marketing. I use it for new calls, for scheduled appointments, for cold calls even. Hey, I saw your ad in the paper. Can you come on Zoom? Or I'll use FaceTime. It's a great thing about the iPhone. It has a built-in video conference system called FaceTime, and it works very well. It's if you have the phone number of the other person, and they have an iPhone, you can do a video call. I love that. So I put out, constantly putting out content attracts warm leads for me. And when the first thing I do is I go into the gut system and I'll say, okay, why are we talking today? What's your biggest challenge? What would you like to do? Is this about real estate? I'll start with questions right away. Why?
It's because you're trying to qualify them and try to find their pain point as well and see what motivates them to do business with you today.
I want to get them talking. I want to find out if this is a deal I can jump into, or I can remarket, or I can switch to consulting mode or products mode. I can sell a lot of products off my webpage. Stuff like that. So I had an idea how to help you guys. You're all clients here. And next time you guys go to my webpage and schedule a private with me, we could also do the entourage too. But imagine you gave me a topic. Claude, I would like to, like we're doing right now, take this. If we took this video and you interviewed me or you asked me that question, Claude, how do you edit? How do you do your recordings and stuff like that? And we made a 10, 15-minute recording. Okay. Could you take that recording? Could you then open it up in QuickTime? Could you then chop up that recording into maybe 5-minute segments? Part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yep.
Okay. Could you then upload it into YouTube like I showed you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve, I got a Steve on here. How you doing, Steve? Steve, you got a little background noise there, buddy. I'm going to have to, I guess we're going to have to mute you. Okay. I thought it was Steve. Somebody got background noise?
Oh, maybe me.
I think it was you, Jason. Sorry, Steve. I'm unmuting you. Nope, now I'm hearing it again. It's not you, Jason. Okay, now it went away. Okay, good. Steve, you have anything to say? Want to turn on your video, Steve. Oh, Steve is gone. Got my good buddy Michael Buckles there. Michael of Atlanta, Georgia. He's a great gut salesman. Michael, why don't you come on here with us, buddy, for a minute? Michael is a real success, a rags to riches success story. He's really done well in life. And what did he say here? Happy Saturday. There we go. Okay, but think of that video we just did where I gave you guys an explanation. I used QuickTime. I used Zoom. I showed you how I did it and everything. Do you think you could take that video and make it into 2-3 parts? Just use the trim in QuickTime and chop it up and then upload it to YouTube and then share it on FaceTime, on Twitter, on Vimeo, on LinkedIn. Could you share that one video? If we make a video together, could you chop it up and share it on 10 different platforms? And then what you do is you make a recording. I didn't show you this, but on QuickTime, you can make another recording and then insert it in there. Hi, my name is Joe. My name is Joe Blow, and call me. I answer my own phone. Here's my phone number. Go to my web page, jasonpowell.com, vernondeshield.com, whatever. And do you think you could, I have something for free for you, a book, a mind map. There's a calendar there you can schedule with me. What if you did that? And we made a little video every time we did a recording. Hervik, what do you think of that idea?
I think that's a great idea, Claude. I think that would help a lot.
Yeah. Hervik, you remember when did we meet, buddy? Was it Thursday we had a conference? We spoke, or Friday?
Friday morning.
Friday. It was a really good conversation.
It was.
Okay. If we recorded that, I sent it to you. You edited a little. You put in a little promo plug for yourself at the end. A call to action. But but don't make it commercial. What happens when we see I'll tell you what, let me ask you guys this. When you see a YouTube video and it's really too long in the beginning, the introduction with all the music and all the stuff, do you fast forward it?
Yeah, you just go on to what you wanted to see. You hit the next button.
You watch a movie on Netflix or a show, okay? And the intro goes on forever, okay? Don't you fast forward it to the movie, to this feature?
For sure. Start next episode.
So what's my point here? Do we need all the fancy stuff in the beginning, or do we just need compelling content and an interesting presentation?
Yeah, you get right to the golden nuggets.
Yeah. And you know, the content is not that hard. Talk about your mistakes. Talk about your insecurities if you want. Talk about what you had for dinner tonight. I do all of the above, okay? Make it what's interesting to other people. What's your guys' favorite? What do you like to watch on YouTube? Let me go around the room here. Vernon, what do you like to watch? YouTube, or what's your favorite?
YouTube, travel, real estate.
Travel?
Yeah, travel.
Do you have any one person you like to watch?
Actually, I like the food too. I like the guy that you like, the guy that goes around China. He goes to Afghanistan. He just, and he tastes everything.
Don't you love when you see them eat? When they go to the food stalls and all these different places. Did you ever see how many followers and how many subscribers they have?
Yeah.
Doesn't that blow you away?
Yeah.
How many they have?
And do they? I don't even think they sell anything. They just on YouTube.
Well, if you have
they don't even sell anything.
Did you ever see how many subscribers? I watch one fella, Mark Wiens. He's an American.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Mark. Wiens. He lives in, help me out, Cambodia. No, Thailand.
Thailand. Yeah.
He's an American. I think he's from Arizona. He married a Thai girl, and he loves Thailand. He speaks it fluently, and he loves going to the food stalls all over Thailand. And before the pandemic, he'd go all over the world, and he had sponsors, and he's got about, I think, at least 2-3 million followers, Vernon, right?
Yep.
Okay. What do you think? All those followers and all those people watching him on YouTube, when you get 1 million clicks, you get a nice little check every month from Google. I get a little check, I get a couple $100, but these guys get, they're getting very 6 figures some months.
Yep.
I mean, and they get to travel and everything else. And then there's another fellow I watch, Michael Chen. Okay. And he's an Asian American from New York City. And now he lives in Seattle. And he loves getting on airplanes and going to Korea or Europe. He goes all over the world, and all he loves to do is eat. And when he eats, man, you get hungry watching this dude. And he's got millions of followers. I think he's got 3-4 million followers. And every time he puts out a video in 24 hours, he's got hundreds of thousands of hits. And over a period of 30 days, that you get a penny per hit or a portion of a penny or something like that, and you get a nice check from Google. There's money to be made in broadcasting.
Definitely.
Yeah. You can have your own NBC, man. Nothing but Claude. That's my bad joke. I'm sorry. Jason, what do you like to watch? Do you watch YouTube?
I try to stay away from YouTube because of the negative news media. That stuff follows me around. I'm a sensitive soul, kind of like Pumbaa from The Lion King. And so I guess if I wanted to make content, because you said we could make content about the things we're interested in, I could make content about how to avoid the negative news media or how to lessen its impact on you.
I'm on a 30-day hiatus. I love news. I watch I listen to NPR. My wife and I used to listen to news in the evening on my little on the dinner table. I read the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. I'm on a 30-day news hiatus. I don't get political.
I think that's a great idea, Claude, because it's like even in some of the old books like Think and Grow Rich, they talk about how the news, they avoided the news because it's an earful of trouble, basically. And if that was true back in the 30s and 40s and 50s when some of those books were being written, then that's definitely more applicable today.
Well, the trouble is we have more. Would you agree? We have a lot more distractions today. Okay, I have Netflix. I have Disney. Okay, I have HBO Max. I have oh my God, what's the one from Amazon?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Prime Video.
yeah, I've got them all. I mean, I love this stuff. In the evenings, I like to chill. I get up early. I have a long day. I love watching. What's that guy? What's the one on Disney with? Oh God, he wears the armor and everything like
Mandalorian.
that.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh, Mandalorian. Tell me how good that is. Okay, I love the Mandalorian.
It is amazing, isn't it?
And with Baby Yoda and everything. How do you not like Baby Yoda?
He has a name now, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Grogu.
Sounds like,
I prefer Baby Yoda.
yeah, I do too. Hervik, what's your favorite stuff to watch on YouTube?
I mean, I'll get on YouTube and I'll probably watch sports highlights. I like to watch Stephen A. Smith. First Take. I watch that stuff, especially right now with, I guess it's playoff football, but I'm really excited about the NBA season, teams switching players around. So I watch that, but I watch a lot of real estate stuff. I watch, I'm a subscriber of your channel, Chris Chico.
Chris
Brian
Chico's a nice guy. I met Chris Chico. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a nice fellow.
Joe McCall, obviously, I follow him. Brian Elwood is a guy that I like to follow as well. And then another guy is Matt Terrio. He's another guy that I like to really get real estate, insights and information on. So
Sure.
those guys are some of the people I follow.
But how much time, this is the thing. There's so much media. There's so many choices out there. Okay. Do you guys think movie theaters are dead after this pandemic's over? Do you think movie theaters are do you think they're gonna go away?
If they do, I'll miss movie theaters if they do go away.
Yeah. I mean, I think do you think if you have a choice between watching a movie at home on your own big screen, making your own popcorn that doesn't cost you $15 for a little bucket, drinking your own beer.
You can hit pause, use the bathroom.
Yeah. You can invite all your friends over. Okay. And everybody hasn't. What do movie theater tickets go for now on a good movie?
$12-15, Ryan.
$12-15. You can rent one movie and invite the whole neighborhood over and watch it at the same time, right? And you can have better food and everything else. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm a hermit or a homebody, but do you think movie theaters are 10 years from now? Do you think the movie theaters are going to be here?
If they're not, what do you think they'll be?
I don't know, Claude. There's something to be said about going to the movie theater for some experiences or some movies. But
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
think that it's going to be here.
But maybe on a smaller scale, maybe who knows?
Yeah.
I could agree with Jason, but still, like nowadays, how stuff is promoted and hyped up, just like maybe a pay-per-view event. I think that a movie being, premiered even on YouTube, I think can generate that much excitement, almost like a movie theater blockbuster. Maybe not quite, but it'll probably get there. I think. The way things.
I'm older than you guys. You know what's great? I can hit pause and go to the bathroom. I can go get another beer or something like that, right? Who wants to get up during the show? That's the best part. Hey, we left out the nicest guy in real estate. Help me out here. Who is it? Right on the screen there.
Justin.
Justin. Justin is one of the good. Justin is one of the good guys.
I thought you were gonna say Ron Legrand.
I'll get. I never badmouth people. I'll be very polite and get out of it somehow, delicately or politely. Ron Legrand. I'll tell you what. Have you ever heard Ron Legrand speak?
Yes.
Ron Legrand is a hell of a salesman. I respect salespeople. I'm a guy who can talk and make money and get other people to buy his products. I sell a lot of products on my webpage all the time, books and packages and things. I sell mentoring and coaching services. I sell consultation services. and the ability to communicate with people and get them to buy your products. Ron Legrand's a living legend.
He's the godfather of, I forgot what it, right? Something in real estate.
Well, who is that?
I think he's the godfather. I forgot the title. He's the godfather of something. The godfather of maybe buying real estate with no money down, or godfather of creative real estate purchasing. I don't remember what the title is.
Justin, join us for a minute here, okay? We're talking about godfathers of real estate. Come on for a minute. I'll tell you what, I got a lot of respect for great salespeople. I may not agree with their message all the time, but I have tremendous respect for people who have superb salesmanship, who are, I call them the persuaders. Can they persuade other people to listen to them, to respect them, to buy their stuff? I mean, you take a Grant Cardone. I don't agree with everything on Grant Cardone, but I sure respect the hell out of him. He's some kind of salesman. He can fill up the Paris. Is it the Paris casino in Vegas? Yeah, he can fill that place up for 3-4 days with thousands of people. That's a hell of a salesman. Okay, he sells more products in one day than most people make in a couple years. I mean, he's really built up a unique business for himself, and he started out as I believe he started out as a car salesman.
Car salesman, yeah, car salesman.
Yeah. Look at Anthony Robbins. Once again, I don't agree with his message. I've made a lot of fun of Anthony. I like Anthony. He doesn't live far from me, or when he was in California. I think he moved to Florida now. He used to be in Delmar, not far from me. And he used to sell, I think, Tupperware or something like that, door to door. I mean, you got to give the guy, he started, and he didn't come, I think he was raised by a single mom, and they didn't have much. He was raised in Florida, and he built it up to, I'm pretty darn sure it's close to $1 billion business now, Anthony Robbins. I always said a guy who can talk people into giving him $4,000 or $5,000 to walk on hot coals is pure genius.
Do you remember Robert G. Allen from the early 80s?
Bob Allen. I saw Bob Allen. He's from Utah. He's still around. He's still up there. He's getting probably a little long in the tooth right now, but he was a good speaker. He wrote a book, Nothing Down. Nothing Down,
yes.
Yeah, I heard. And then he got into multi-level marketing, and he wrote another book called Nothing Left. That's I'm sorry, I saved these up just for those moments.
What about Dave Delgado?
Oh my God, you're really going back. Dave Delgado.
I hear he owns a winery in California now, a very successful winery.
Dave Delgado was very big. I think he lived in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken.
Hawaii and California.
California. And something helped me out here. Didn't he get into some trouble and he get shut down or went bankrupt or something?
Yeah.
He had some, I hope I'm not wrong, but I think he had some legal issues, as I recall. And he got shut down. You got to be aware, some of these gurus overpromise and underdeliver. I've always taken underpromise and give more than's expected. Okay. You don't need to be the brightest star in the sky to have a good life, to be happy, to make enough money to put mac and cheese on the table. You just have to have, what's enough? Do you have to have as much? Do you think Bill Gates enjoys baby back ribs more than a billionaire than a guy who was the Walmart greeter? I mean, it's all perspective, isn't it?
True.
I mean, how much do you need? That's always a good question I like to ask. How much do you need to be happy? I love him, but he's grumpy. I think he's talking about Ron Legrand, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Ron is grumpy.
I don't know. I don't know him on a personal level that well. I've heard him speak several times. I always thought he was a great salesman. Can't take that away from him. Great salesman.
I think he started off as a mechanic. Ron Legrand.
Yeah, and he found out there was an easier way to make a living, talking. Yeah. What do I always say about sales? It's the $1 million skill. Can you communicate to people in such a way that they want to buy the house? They want to do a lease purchase with you. They want to pay you for your time. Can you communicate in such a way to people on a consistent basis so that they like and trust you? Cialdini, with all his psychological triggers, he said, what's the number one reason people do business with other people?
Makeability?
Yeah.
Hey, Claude, I'd like to mention that it's funny, but a lot of us, I'll speak for myself, right? But I would imagine a lot of us, like me, I've been doing real estate for some years. I've been talking to people on the phone for some years, and then when I started, reading your stuff and attending your Zoom calls and everything, I noticed that some of the stuff I already do it, but it's good to know that I'm doing it now because now I do it even more, maybe, or I do it at the right time. I do it even better. Things like, things that you teach, the different gut moves, the different reciprocity, those moves. Yeah, I could do that, but if I did that, can we do this? It's helped me out so many times, from small things to big things, when I'm negotiating contracts, things of that nature. But again, it's good that it's funny that a lot of us probably already used these things. We're already doing these things. We just don't notice.
To me, I went to when I first got started, do we all remember Real Estate Fever? Show of hands. We're a dry sponge. We're just sucking up everything we can find out about lease purchase, about real estate and everything. And I did that, and I worked really hard, and I had a little money, and I had good credit, and I bought all these properties, and I'm managing them and everything, and I'm still broke. I'm working for my tenants now. Excuse me, one quick text. And okay, and I said, what's missing? I'm going to all the seminars, the real estate clubs. I'm buying every damn piece of information I can. And I'm still not, I'm not making money, man. I'm broke. Credit cards are maxed out, everything. What was missing was that I discovered my limitations. What do they call it in economics? Diminishing returns. I was buying properties. I was fixing them up. I was applying for more credit. And then I'd get a tenant who would basically pay less than I could only rent it for what the market would allow, but I was paying all this money for the property, taxes, insurance, mortgage, homeowner fees, security, all that stuff. And
you were investing in expenses.
Yeah. And sorry, I got something in my eye here. And then I learned about, I met my mentor, and he spoke to me about controlling real estate rather than it controlling you. Real estate's all about leverage. Can you control a big, beautiful, good home in a good neighborhood property for a little bit of money? Can you use a strategy? Can you use something? Can you rent it? He talked to me about renting. He said tenants are smarter than investors. Tenant just gives you first and last month's rent, moves into the property, and who does the law protect? The tenant, right? And so he said, why don't we become tenants and learn to, and just go a little bit further and negotiate an option agreement? And that's when I learned about lease purchasing. But that was only part of the picture. The next part was the salesmanship. Okay, could I persuade another person to let me control their property? Could I get another person, a tenant buyer? Oh, Vernon, watch your microphone. Could I get another person to want to move into that property? And could I make option money? Could I make money per month, rent money? Could I make money on the renewal? If they didn't buy it the first year, could they renew for a second year? Could I get more option money? If they bought the property, could I get cash at the end, just like the owner did? All without paying the mortgage, the taxes, the insurance, just a flat fee per month. And to me, that was such genius. But the real genius that I learned from my mentor was the ability to sell, to persuade and influence. That's where it really made a difference. Absolutely. I'm going to mute that microphone there. Okay, good. And what do we have? Justin is just typing Jason. Jason, my kind of warrior. Yes, sir. Everybody remember Carlton Sheets. I always speak highly of Carlton Sheets. Did you guys ever read his books or his package? It wasn't bad. It was very nicely laid out. Did you guys know who I'm talking about? Carlton Sheets?
I've heard of him.
I've heard the name.
Carlton Sheets. Excuse me, my mouth's full. Carlton Sheets had an infomercial on TV constantly. I think in the 70s, 80s, maybe the 90s. And he was on all over TV. And he just sold this little package and he financed it. And he eventually sold his company to somebody else. I think he lost a lot of money. He got married and divorced a couple times. That'll kind of diminish all that money you have, depending if you're in what state you're in. You lose half of everything. But Carlton Sheets sold a really nice package that taught people about creative real estate, kind of like Robert Allen's book, Nothing Down. It was the poor man's way to learn real estate. Everybody, who was the guy? Who was the little there was a little Vietnamese guy who used to be on a boat with a bunch of girls in bikinis, and he used to say, "Come to my seminar." Oh God, somebody help me out with that. Who was that? I got Carlton Sheets off eBay, $36, no down payment. You would get it for a bargain. Oh God, Tom Vu. I remembered. There was another guru called Tom Vu. And he had a great commercial. He would just sit on a boat with all these beautiful girls around him. This guy looked like he was about 85 pounds soaking wet. And he'd say, "Come to my seminar." And he'd talk about real estate. And everybody bought his packages too. Who else? We mentioned Delgado. We mentioned Corky McCorkle. This is the guy who went to jail. He used to have a seminar and stuff like that, but then he hired actors to do his infomercials. And he used to say they're real investors. And they weren't. They were hired actors. And the Federal Trade Commission got involved. I think he got sentenced to 20 years in jail, believe it or not. Why are we talking about? Hey, Tom Vu, Shank, thank you, Sean. How you doing, Sean? Come on board. How you been? Join us. The links. Let me post the link here one more time. If anyone wants to join, I'm going to leave here in about a couple minutes. We're just talking about marketing, about sales. My mentor taught me sales, though, and lease purchasing, and that's what made the difference in my life. I was able to leave the corporate job. I was making a lot more money, and I understood the principles of leverage in real estate and in salesmanship. You could have the best leads in the world. You could be the smartest guy or girl in the room, know all the strategies and everything, and do all that door knocking and driving for dollars. But if you cannot persuade, I think my Miller High Life is kicking in. If you cannot persuade another human being that they like you, they trust you, that you bring value to the table, then it's all a waste. Sales is that is the skill that makes the deal happen. I make offers every day. I talk to 5 to 25 people a day. I follow up every day. I leave voicemails every day. I'm constantly trying to communicate with people and get them to call me back. That is the key. We got another Jason coming on, or Jason, did you use another device? Oh, I think we got Jason Richter trying to come on here, just at the very end. What do we have? Beer with Claude, best of the internet every time. Well, thank you. There we go. Oh, you found out the link, Jason. Nice going. Can you hear us? No? Okay, he's having a little technical difficulty there. Last question. You got Jason. Can you hear us? Nope, we lost him again. Okay, so say la vie. Last question, gentlemen. Before I go, I got those ribs waiting for me.
So what's the question?
You ask.
Oh.
Or make a comment or tell a story. I need time to eat here. What do you think? What's your biggest takeaway from tonight?
that we need to incorporate social media in our marketing.
Say again. I'm sorry.
That we need to incorporate social media in our marketing.
Yeah. Social media's bro. Do you guys, last guru I'm going to mention tonight, we mentioned so many. Do you guys, I'm a big fan of, okay, something's wrong with this connection. Gary Vaynerchuk, Vaynerchuk. He wrote a profound book, had a real influence on me. He wrote it, I don't know, about 15 years ago. Thank You Economy. Brilliant book, short book. And he said, what is the value of a prospect? We spend all this money, all this time, all this research, running around everything. What's the value of one good prospect to us? And he said, we should be grateful for that prospect. And Gary built up $1 billion business just by going to companies like Procter & Gamble, and Toyota, and Pepsi, and Heineken. And he said, hey, guys, you're advertising in magazines and in newspapers and on bad TV shows. And guess what? The media, the medium has changed. Everybody is now on this little device. This is our radio. This is our TV. This is our newspaper. This is our magazine. I'm holding up my iPhone for you guys listening. Everything is on here, and you're not marketing to this place right now. You're using old stuff. You know, people aren't going to the post office anymore. They're not reading newspapers unless it's online. We're not going to a newspaper. When I was a kid, we had newspaper stands. We don't have those anymore, I don't think. Maybe in New York they still have them. I don't know. Okay, so Gary Vaynerchuk is somebody you want to check out on YouTube. You want to talk about really popular videos? That's somebody you want to definitely watch. Let's see here. Somebody said Don Lapre. I don't remember him too much. I know the name. I don't know him that much. Gary V and the Jets. Yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk. He wants to buy the Jets, Ty. You're right. That's his main goal in life. But to buy the Jets today, I think you're going to need about $1.5 to $2 billion minimum. Absolutely. Behind me, by the way, one of my neighbors, one of the nicest guys in the world, is the former general manager of the Broncos. I think he likes me because I know nothing about football and I never ask him for tickets. Anything. Anyway, guys, it is 6:03 here in Winter Park, Colorado, 10,000 feet up on top of the Continental Divide. I am going to bid you adieu, and I'm going to go start eating some ribs and stuff like that. Thank you for joining me. We covered everything. Did we solve all the problems of the world, gentlemen?
Almost.
We didn't talk politics very much, which is really nice. What is the worst thing that can happen at a nice dinner party or a family Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter dinner? What's the worst thing that could happen?
You said it, Claude. If somebody starts an argument.
Everything has become very contentious lately, hasn't it? I'm hoping things will get better. I pray that they get better, and we start moving together as Americans. We all want the same thing in life, and this damn pandemic is over. I hope sooner rather than later. What did I read? 7 million Americans have received the vaccine already. Wall Street Journal had Israel has almost inoculated the entire country already. How come a small country of, 15, 20 million people? How come a small country can do it better than us?
There you go. You're starting these.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to start trouble. I'm going to.
You're going to get banned from YouTube.
No. Oh gosh, no. I tell you what, it's scary right now. I'm a big believer in freedom of the press. Okay, I don't think you should yell fire in a movie theater or say nasty things and upset people. That's common sense. It's not good business. But I also believe that I'm allowed to listen to other people's opinions, even if I don't agree. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I'll figure out. Maybe I'll understand how other people think from different cultures or values, and things like that. I'm very without getting too political here. I don't like to do that. I'm a little upset about what's going on in Twitter and in YouTube and in Amazon and everything. I believe one of the strengths of our country is freedom of the press. You know, even if you don't like, you know, even if you don't like what I remember when I was a kid, the Nazis petitioned to march in Skokie, Illinois, in Chicago, and they were defended by the ACLU. I didn't like it, but later on I realized how important is it that, you know, and people threw tomatoes at them and everything. Believe me, they never marched again. But everybody has a right to freedom of speech within reason. Within reason. And I think on that, before I get into trouble and get banned or something, you guys have a happy, safe, and wonderful rest of the weekend, okay? Thanks for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Be safe out there. Make money. Get a good phone.
Make money today.
See y'all.
Bye, Claude.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.